ओके गाइस, तो निफ्टी ओपन हुआ है 455 पे। Sure. और ये जो हमारे लेवल्स हैं दोबारा मार्क कर लेते हैं। ओके, ये तो हमें पता ही है। ये है प्रीवियस डे हाई। इसको कर लेते हैं। ओके, ये है प्रीवियस डे ओपन, प्रीवियस डे क्लोज यहीं पर ही है। प्रीवियस डे लो मार्क कर लेते हैं 401 का। ठीक है, और ऊपर है हमारा यहाँ पे कहीं पे। तो ठीक है, दिस लेवल्स आर इनफ। और डेली पे मार्क कर लेते हैं। एक सेकेंड, let me fix the light as well. तो अभी एक हमारी रेंज ऑलरेडी डिफाइंड है, प्रीवियस डे हाई और प्रीवियस डे लो। ठीक है, और इसके बीच में देख लेते हैं क्या चल रहा है। एक लेवल हमारा ऑलरेडी ये है 480 का, विच हैज़ टू ब्रेक। और नीचे की साइड पे हमारा एक लेवल है 334। गिव और टेक शॉर्ट टर्म पे ये लेवल इसको रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए। तो ये आज के लेवल्स हैं। अब आगे देखते हैं क्या होता है। तो ये तो हो गया हमारा चार्ट। ठीक है, अब हम चलते हैं स्ट्राइक सिलेक्शन की ओर। तो स्ट्राइक सिलेक्शन में देख लेते हैं कितने में ओपन हुआ है। So it does not give this information here. Anyway, Nifty near week expiry. Let's go down. 19,400 and wait. 19400 CE और 19450 PE, ठीक है, इसी पे हम काम कर सकते हैं। ये हमारे कल के कुछ ट्रेड्स अब जो थे हमने वो लिए थे, तो उनको इग्नोर करते हैं, आगे चलते हैं। आज के दिन 5 मिनट्स पे, ठीक है, तो देखते हैं क्या चल रहा है। जैसे जैसे लेवल्स क्रिएट होंगे वैसे वैसे हम उनको मार्क करते रहेंगे और उसके आगे देखते रहेंगे क्या चल कैसे निफ्टी रिएक्ट कर रहा है, ठीक है। तो oops, अ, फिलहाल ये जो है ये एरिया प्रीवियस डे लो का है, ये एक बायर्स जोन है, क्योंकि यहाँ से अगर हम देखेंगे जैसे ही प्राइस कल यहाँ पे आया था 8 को, यहाँ से प्राइस बाउंस बैक कर गया था। सिमिलरली दोबारा जब प्राइस इसी जोन पे आया, इस जोन पे, तो यहाँ पे बायर्स खड़े हुए थे, तो मोस्ट लाइकली हमें यहाँ पे बाइंग देखने को मिलनी चाहिए, और लेट्स सी क्या होता है। सीई भी इस एरिया में आके काफ़ी बार बाउंस किया, तो लेट्स सी ये इस एरिया को आज रिस्पेक्ट करता है कि नहीं, ठीक है। और सो फार ये इसका लोवेस्ट लो है 40-30, तो यहाँ पे ट्रेड बन सकती है, देखते हैं। टाइम हो रहा है 9:27। तक सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस थोड़ा चेक कर लेते हैं, देखते हैं क्या बन रहा है। निफ्टी 4000, सॉरी 19,4000 और 19,500 इसके बीच में रेंज बनी हुई है। से ये एक अलग सेलर जोन क्रिएट हुआ है, तो यहाँ से अगर नीचे आता है तो मे बी डाउनफॉल देखने को मिलेगा, बड़ी फॉलो करते हैं। अभी तक का लोवेस्ट लो है 19,450 पी का, तो अभी काफ़ी तेज़ी से ऊपर आ रहा है। 37, 48 इस लेवल को इसने एक्सपेक्ट किया तो है, बट लेट्स सी इफ दिस ब्रेक्स, उसके बाद हम ट्रेड ले सकते हैं। यूएम काफ़ी बढ़िया रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा है, विच इज़ अ गुड थिंग। तो oops, ओके तो ये इसने ब्रेक तो किया है, लेट्स सी। 400 and 460. वहीं पर ट्रेड लेंगे जहाँ पर रिस्क टू रिवॉर्ड रेशियो जो है वो बेस्ट है, और फ्री ट्रेड से दूर रहेंगे, और बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रेड्स नहीं करनी है, कम ट्रेड्स करनी है, ठीक है। यहाँ पर हम एक ट्रेड ले सकते हैं। एक सेकेंड, यहाँ पर एक ट्रेड ले सकते हैं हम। एक सेकेंड, एंट्री होगी हम, सॉरी, इसको नीचे कर देते हैं। फोर्टी फोर पे एंटर कर सकते हैं। 44, ओके 45 पे एंटर करना पड़ेगा विद स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ 5 और टारगेट है हमारा 1:3। ओके, लेट्स सी स्टॉप लॉस हिट होता है कि हेलो, ओके ये ऑलमोस्ट ऑलमोस्ट हमारे स्टॉप लॉस पे ही है। लेट्स सी, उप्स, और ये स्टॉप लॉस हिट कर दिया। ओके, तो पहला ट्रेड तो हमारा हो गया स्टॉप लॉस हिट। लेट्स चेक व्हाट दिस गाय इज डूइंग। चेक करते हैं। ये तो यहीं पर ट्रेड खत्म हो गया सेम कैंडल में, सो दैट्स नो प्रॉब्लम। ठीक है, इसको चेक करते हैं। तो इसने ये लेवल ब्रेक कर दिया। ठीक है, ये 51 पे चला गया वापस 45 से, तो मोस्ट लाइकली ये प्रीवियस डे लो की तरफ जा रहा है। तो यहाँ पर 51, 52, 54, oh, 65, एक्सपायरी है तो वी हैव टू बी क्विक। मोस्ट लाइकली साइडवेज भी रह सकता है, तो देखते हैं क्या होता है। हम्म, इसी रेंज में वापस आ गया। ओके, यहाँ पे हम एंट्री करते हैं, इसको उठाते हैं। यहाँ पर हम एंट्री करेंगे 45 पे with a stop loss of 5 points and with the target of 1:3. Okay, let's see how this trade fares out. नेक्स्ट टारगेट जो है हमारा वो है प्रीवियस डे हाई का। ठीक है, प्रीवियस डे लो को ही ऑलरेडी टच कर चुका है, प्रीवियस डे हाई की तरफ से जाना चाहिए। तो ये ट्रेड हमने इसलिए नहीं ली क्योंकि ये बहुत फास्ट थी पहली बार तो, और देखो यहाँ पे रिवर्सल कितना तेज आया। ठीक है, तो ओके, लग रहा है फर्स्ट टारगेट हमारा हो गया अचीव ऑलमोस्ट। वेट करेंगे हम इस लेवल पे आराम से। देखो पेशेंस बहुत ज़रूरी है, पेशेंस नहीं रखोगे ट्रेडिंग में तो सक्सेसफुल नहीं होगे। ठीक है, पेशेंस और कन्विक्शन चाहिए, और ऐसा लेट हो रहा है तो निकलना है, बस सिंपल। गाइस ब्रेकफास्ट तो हो गया पर टारगेट हिट नहीं हुआ है। देखता है, 2 बार सपोर्ट लिया इसने 45 से। लेट्स सी। ओके, डेंजरसली क्लोज टू आवर एंट्री प्राइस। ये एक लेवल इसने क्रिएट किया है जो इसको ब्रेक करना है। 50, 150, ये लेवल ब्रेक होना ज़रूरी है। ओके ओके, हमारे एसएल की तरफ आ रहा है, देखते हैं। ओके, इसने यहाँ पे बेस बना लिया 28 पे। लेट्स सी इफ इट ब्रेक्स। देखो ये लेवल तो ब्रेक हो गया है 19,450। तो अभी देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है। आ, ईएमए को टेस्ट करके आया है, ईएमए 20 को के पास आया, ईएमए 20 को टेस्ट किया, ईएमए 20 से बाइंग आई और ये ऊपर की तरफ गया है। बट लेट्स सी इफ ये लेवल इस लेवल को सस्टेन करता है कि नहीं करता है। ठीक है, एक बार तो उसने टेस्ट करके चला गया ऊपर, पर टेस्ट फेल भी हो जाता है। ठीक है, तो देखते हैं, वेट करते हैं। ओके ओके, फिर से 45 से सपोर्ट लिया है, देखो 45 को ब्रेक करता नहीं करता है। पर देखें तो लोअर लो तो बना ही रहा है, तो मोस्ट लाइकली ये ट्रेड शायद सक्सेसफुल ना हो। ठीक है, देखते हैं। लंबा खिंच चुका है ट्रेड। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 35 मिनट। 35 मिनट काफ़ी लंबा खींच गया है, देखते हैं। फिलहाल तो ईएमए के साथ सपोर्ट लिया जा रहा है, पर ये मूव सस्टेन होगा कि नहीं होगा ये पता नहीं चल सकता। ओके 1 2 3 3 बारी 45 से सपोर्ट ले चुका है, देखते हैं। Okay, most likely, okay, we're out. Lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So we can see it as this. Wow, what a move. Now it is. This is what we are. So SL got hit and we are out. Let me just talk to you, man. Why am I even typing here? Stop loss is part of the game, man. So it's okay. It keeps getting hit. That's no problem. Okay. So there's a sharp freaking move here. Great, man. Okay. Have a good one, man. Yes, bro. Tell me. I can read your chat. Can you check Bank Nifty 43,700, 43,600? Okay, let's see. In fact, let me create a new template. Hang on. 43,700 or 43,700. No, I won't take this trade. You want CE? Let's wait. Let's wait. Oops. $53,700. You need to wait until this is taken out. Only when this is taken out is when you should get into this trade, because otherwise it's... This is, oh sorry, 15 minutes. Let's check it on 15 minutes. Yeah, this is a seller's zone. Whenever the price would go here, people will start selling. As you can see here, it went near this area, और यहाँ पे लोगों ने sell करना शुरू कर दिया. So I would not really recommend, unless this is taken out. This level has to be taken out. This level here. The best you can do is wait for this level to be taken out and wait for it to retest it. Once it's once the level gets retested, then you can buy it. Otherwise, may end up as a loser. Even though it is trending. Did you get it? Again, this is a seller's zone, 43,800. People sell when the price goes around this area. For example, we saw it yesterday. Okay, we saw it today as well at around 10. And again, at 10:15 a.m., people start selling here. So there could be a a breakdown awaiting right here around the corner. So it may not, the trade may not work out. देखो चल रहा है तो ये इंग्लिश में समझ में आ रहा है कि हिंदी में बोलूँ मैं? सॉरी मैंने पूछा नहीं. देखो ब्रेकडाउन हो गया ऑलरेडी. Okay, cool. So that's one. Also, if Nifty does not support, we can put it like this. See, there are a couple of indexes you can watch in congruence with each other. For example, you can watch Nifty Bank, Nifty50, and FinNifty. So only when they support each other is when you should be going towards CE. Otherwise, just stay out or buy PE. Another way to look at it is if all the EMAs, for example, we can see this EMA 20 here. So EMA 50, EMA 100, EMA 200, right? All of these are trending. They're all pushing towards up. So far it looks bullish. But again, as I said, this is a seller's zone. And then here also, let's check here. One thing you need to make sure is here, my bad. Another thing that you have to make sure of is if all the EMAs are together, for example, Nifty, these are together. See, 20 EMA and 50 EMA are together, which means that the price for EMA 20 and EMA 50 is the same. Price by price, I mean the number, which can be anything. For example, it's 19,435 right now. Okay. And EMA 100, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. And then EMA 200. Okay. So EMA 200 will be the biggest support for today. That's one way to look at it. Otherwise, whenever you see all the EMAs together, you have to stay out of all the, you do not have to take any trades, which means that it is mostly sideways. And in most cases, it will be sideways. I mean, I have tried it, tested it for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So whenever you see all the EMAs together, just stay out. Wait for a clear upside or downside breakdown, and then only you should enter. So for example, it is kind of sideways right now. Okay. So okay, so we have a breakdown. तो मैं हिंदी में ही बता देता हूँ क्योंकि बाकी बंदे भी देख रहे हैं. जब भी EMA 20, EMA 50, EMA 100 या EMA 200 साथ में आ जाती है, ठीक है, जब बहुत सारी EMA साथ में आ जाती हैं, इसका मतलब है मार्केट साइडवेज है. इसका मतलब ये है कि पिछले 200 कैंडल्स का, पिछले 50 कैंडल्स का, 100 कैंडल्स का जो भी एवरेज है, एक्सपोनेंशियल एवरेज जो है, वो सब इक्वल हो गया है. ओके, वो सब इक्वल हो गया है, मतलब मोमेंटम नहीं है मार्केट में, साइडवेज है. ठीक है, पर हम बात कर रहे हैं जब EMA साथ में हो. तो अभी हमें EMA क्रॉस ओवर पॉसिबली यहाँ पे देखने को मिल सकता है, 20 क्रॉसिंग 50, समथिंग लाइक दैट. ठीक है. और अनदर थिंग, whenever all of these EMAs will be together, they will just keep on pulling the price back to themselves. Okay, so ये जैसे अभी 20 और 50 और 100 और 200, 50, 20, 50, 100, 200 and 20, when they all come together, they will keep pulling the price back to them. So you will see the price will go up, then go down, to the EMAs, then drop down, then go back up, and it can do this for like hours. All right. And यहाँ पे भी अभी हमें क्लियर मूव दिख रहा है. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, man. You too. The previous trade is up, man. The previous trade is gone. I removed it already. I trade on Kotak Neo, so I got out on it. It was all automated. So, but right now it seems the market is sideways. So we'll just sit out and just, patiently watch what is going on. Okay. 19,480. What are going to trade next? What are we going to trade next, bro? We're just gonna sit out for now because there's no trade as such. This thing is sideways. We'll just sit out until there's a clear indication. Until we see a breakdown of this level. In fact, why is this not marked here? Wait, let me check. This is 1401.65. 19,402. Let me mark this. $19,402, somewhere around here. This is previous day low. Okay, this is what we have so far. So Nifty is range bound and bank is also range bound in a way. Let's see. LNT share. LNT. Okay. You have to short LNT. You don't have to buy LNT. You have to short LNT because it has already created a higher high, like the highest high ever in October. Then again, it touched the same higher high, I mean the highest high in October itself, and then there was a sharp sell-off. After the sharp sell-off, this is called a dead cat bounce. So probably around here or here, 3050, around this zone, maybe this zone, hang on. Blah, 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 wait for me. Around this zone, somewhere around here, you should see a sell-off. So I would not suggest you buy this. You just wait for it and you wait for it to, break down. As soon as it starts breaking down, you sell it. And also, are you planning to buy it or sell it intraday, or what is it? Or are you talking about swing or investing? What is it? It may look like that it is going up, but that is a trap. You will see a sharp sell-off very soon, maybe within a couple of days. We'll see. Intraday. Okay. Let me check it again. Intraday, you can wait for it to retest the EMA. If it retests the EMA, if it supports it, you buy. If it does not support it, if it's, sells off, then you simply get out. But hang on, let me just check once. Let me check the market depth. So, 2 Pro. You need to wait. You need to wait because it's most likely. I need to check the volume. 2019, 10. Wait for this candle. Also, this even though it's a large cap, the volume here is just 4.69 lakh shares. Why would you want to trade something which only has 4.69 lakh shares in circulation today? That is too less. If there's a spike, you know, you can get butchered very easily. $19.90, 20. If you look at the market depth, there's no bid after 30.20. Okay, now we have 32, 30.20, 40. 30.20, 50 is taken out already. See, if you really want to trade intraday stocks, I'll tell you a way. Okay, are you watching? Let me know if you're watching. Just one, if you're watching, let me know. Okay, so go to trading view if you want to trade like stocks, intraday stocks. Okay, stocks on an intraday basis. You go to trading view, you go to hot list, you click here, you can select from a lot of many options here. So what I've done is I just look at percentage gainers NSC. I look at NSC percentage gainers. Okay, so this is kind of a screener inside trading view. All right, I mean there are a couple of more screeners here, but this is the easiest one for intraday. Now we look for something which has great volume, like 4 million. So that's almost 40 lakh. Okay, so if I click on this, all right, see, I get this. This is for intraday. Now you can see that higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so you wait till it comes back to the EMA, or till it comes back to this level, 187 or something like this, and then you buy from here. Okay, similarly there would be some other stock, and try to buy something which is expensive, not cheap. As you picked LNT, so there was a good price, like a stock. Decal, this is another good one. See, okay, this is another one you can buy. That's about it. Okay, similarly under percentage losers, you can find the ones which has great volume, good volume, like 4.5 mil, 4.5, for example, this one. Okay, see, so this you can check the support and resistance, and according to that you can buy. Couple of things when you are buying a trending market, for example, whenever you're buying a bullish stock or an index, you have to buy when it hits the support. I mean, that's one place you can buy, when it hits the support. You can buy it on a pullback. That's another thing. You can buy it on EMAs. So whenever it tests 20 EMA, you can buy it. If it tests and hold that EMA, you buy that. If it tests the support and holds that, you buy there. If it tests and holds some another level, if there's another strong level, previous level, you can buy that. Some other things are, for example, this previous day high, previous day close, previous day open, and previous day low. These are pretty strong levels as well. So if a stock is or index is testing these levels and is holding, you know, onto those levels. So for example, if this is a bullish, if I'm just giving an example, if this was a bullish stock and it comes down and hits previous day open or previous day low and then bounces back, then you buy here. Okay, for example, if let me just draw it for you. If there is a way I can draw, I think, yeah. So for example, if this was going like this, okay, it went like this, then came like this to previous day close, and then it holds it, and then it starts to go back up, you buy. Okay. Similarly, if there is a stock which is bullish, it breaks, like crosses the EMA, comes back to the EMA, and then starts going back up, you buy. So you buy here. Okay, you buy in this area. All right. So always buy support, always buy the EMA tests, always buy previous day high, low, close, open, whatever that is, in case of bullish trends. In case of bearish trends, again, same thing applies, but just that it's invert. So for example, if there's a stock that is falling, goes back up, tests the EMA, starts to go down, you sell here, okay, in this area. Similarly, it's going down already, you know, it's this, stays there for a while, then starts going down again, you sell in this area. So that's how it is. And also look for specific buy zones and sell zones. All right. So always, whenever you are in a bullish momentum, if the price hits the buying zone, you buy. If the price hits the selling zone or the resistance in a falling stock or an index, then you sell. It's very easy. It's pretty common sense. There's nothing much to it. All right, we'll go back to BankNifty. See what happened here. Oh, okay. So this has turned out to be a... Yes, bro. So far, this is turning out to be a seller zone. Let's see. So we can wait for it to hit the EMA, and then you can probably buy, you know, with the proper stop loss. Oops, what did I do? Okay. I'm a beginner and I won't. All right, if you do not understand anything, you can let me know. I'll slow down. If there is any word you do not understand, you can let me know. Okay, so again, as you can see, what happened here was it came to this area, tested the EMA, or where to start as an absolute beginner. Suggest me something to the terms that I use. Oh, okay. All the terms. All right. EMA, all those. Do you know averages? Do you know averages? You do not know averages? Like 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. Okay, I'll tell you what an average is if you do not know. But you know this, right? If 4 plus 5, there are two values. One is 4, the other one is 5. And if we divide it by 2, we get 4.5. That is an average. Do you know this? Yeah. So 4 plus 5 divided by 2 would be an average of 4 and 5. So that's an average of 2, right? So that is called a simple average. Okay. Yeah. So now there are two types of averages. One is a simple average, one is exponential average. So usually in trading, we do not use simple averages, we use exponential averages. Now you will have to read the formula behind it, because I'll have to like, just start and shut this all down and then explain it to you with a pen and a paper how it goes. You can read about it, but I'll give you a simple explanation. In trading, we use exponential moving averages. So I'll tell you how the moving average works. First of all, we know the average, right? We know what an average is. So 4 plus 5 divided by 2 is 4.5. That is an average. Now, if you draw a line, okay? If you draw a line like that by collecting averages over time. So for example, if today's average was 4.5, tomorrow's average is 5. So it will create a line, a moving average, right? So that is called a moving average. For example, should I read books or take any courses? I'll tell you what books you can read. There are many books you can read. I have like 30 books or so I have read so far, and I still keep on rereading those. Okay. So anyway, back to exponential moving averages. Exponential moving averages, or EMA, is a moving average of the price of last 15 minutes or last 30 minutes or last 1 hour, something like that. Okay. So when I'm saying, so understand this. Another thing about exponential average, it gives more weightage to near-term values. All right. That's the only difference, but it's okay. You don't have to get into it. I'll tell you what it is. If this 20 EMA, if you're listening, this 20 EMA, okay, this 20 EMA, which is exponential moving average, is an average of the last 20 candles. So we can start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, roughly around here or here. Okay, whatever it is. In fact, let me try this. We can do it with this. 20 bars. Okay, so somewhere around here. So what it is doing is it is taking an average of the last 20 candles and then plotting an average here. So that's how it works. And in case of a bullish market, EMAs, they work as a support. Okay, support where the price will hold, where the price will come down to and then start going up again. Okay, for example, this, it went like this, came to this, stopped here for a while, and then started going back up again. Okay, so that's that. And in case of a selling market, in case of a bearish market, EMAs would work as a resistance. All right, let me show you. For example, see, check this day out. Check this day out. What happened here? The market was trending. It kept on going up, stayed with the EMA all this while, and then just took off. Okay. Okay. See, it stayed with the EMA, just took off. In case of selling, see, in case of selling, it came down. It was a selling market already, held on to the EMA for a while, and then sharp sell-off. All right. So they were selling already, sharp sell-off. Okay. This is an area where you would not trade. This is an area where you would not trade. Why? Because the EMA is flat. So if the EMA is flat, you just don't trade. Okay. Now, books, if you like reading books, I'll tell you a couple of books. Okay, now we are seeing some momentum here. It's trying to go above it. Let's see. if it holds on to this trend line or not. You can start with very simple books, man. You can start with hang on, I'll tell you the name. Alexander Elder. You can start with trading for a living. Okay, that is one book you can pick up. It's very easy. It's by Alexander Elder. So just skip the parts you do not understand. That's okay. You can always come back to them, but just read it from page A to page, the last page. If you do not understand anything, just skip it. Okay, but try to understand the gist of it. All these terms that I'm using, you will be able to understand those terms easily after reading that book. So that's one of the beginner books you can read. Also, sometimes that books gets a little complex, so you can just ignore it and come back to it once you have grasped the gist of it. Okay. Okay, so far, see sideways. Start with what's that? Trading for a Living. Another book that you can read is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's also a very easy beginner level book. And Trading Wizards. Trading Wizards, all the parts, very interesting books. So make sure you read all of them. And all of these books that I'm suggesting, Trading for a Living, Trading in the Zone, Trading Wizards, sorry, Market Wizards, all of these, you'll have to keep reading them every year or every 6 months or so, because they are very interesting. They have a lot of concepts that you'll have to read again and again in order to grasp them fully. In this business, you just can't think that you know it all. There's nothing like that. You're a fool if you think like that. See, if you see in 15 minutes or any higher time frame, even 45, you will see that the price has, been mucking around in the same area, same freaking area. It's between 33 points, between 19,450 and 19,400 or so. So nothing much happening. Mm. And just one, if you do not know these terms, then you should not be trading, man. You should first learn these terms, and get very good at your craft. Only then you should start trading. Because you may make money for a couple of days. There's no denying that. Everybody does. But when the going gets tough, you'll be the first one to take a big fucking hit. Because the point is, 60 to 80% of the times, the market would be sideways. It's very difficult to make money in sideways market, for example, now. Yeah. You just keep reading. If you're trading already, there's no harm in it. But make sure that you keep reading books every day. At least read 10 pages or so. Just keep... You can go to Investopedia. That's a pretty good website. That's why I don't know where to start learning. Yeah, so you can go to Investopedia. That's a very good website. You can start learning there. So if you trade options, well and good, but you should also know about futures, how they work, So all of this is important. And you have to know how trend lines work, what are triangles, what are some patterns. The more you would read these books, the more you would reinforce your learning. And the more you reinforce your learning, the more habits or patterns that you will create that are going to help you with your in your trading journey. Okay, so it's very important that you reinforce more and more positive habits and ideas into your head by reading stuff which relates to the thing that you do. Also, that you trade right. Okay, so trading right would be, for example, following the 1% rule. Okay, now I'll make a video on the 1% rule. I'll let you know. In fact, I think you have subscribed to my channel. Thanks for that. So you will get to know any which way. So the 1% rule is that you never risk more than 1% of your trading, whatever money or value that you have invested, that you're willing to risk, right? So for example, if I have 1 lakh rupees, I would not want to risk more than 1,000 rupees in one trade. So if my total value, if my equity is 1 lakh rupees, then I should not be risking more than 1,000 rupees in one given trade, which means I'm only willing to risk 1%. Okay. So this is very important. Why is this important? Because if you will keep on risking 4, 5%, 10% in one trade, then very soon you will run out of chips, And if you do not have chips, if you do not have money, you will not have, if you're not left with any stakes, how are you going to bet? So you have to have money in order to bet or in order to take a trade. So following 1% rule is very important. So going by that, if you just, let's say if you're trading with 1 lakh rupees, then you only risk 1,000 rupees in one given trade. Now, if you only want to risk 1,000 rupees in one given trade, then you have to think about the SL, the stop loss. How are you going to place the SL? Now, let's say if my SL is of 5 points, because I want to give my trade room. If my SL is, let's say, 5 points, then, and if I'm ready to, risk only 1,000 rupees, and if my SL is 5 points, which means I should not buy more than 200 quantities. So 200 quantities of Nifty or 200 quantities of BankNifty, whatever it is, you can decide which instrument you like more. But the point is, even if even if my 5-point stop loss gets hit, I will still only be taking only 1% of a hit in my total trading account. So if my trading account was 1 lakh rupees, my SL was of 5 points, my quantity was of 200 points, and my stop loss got hit. So I only lost only 1000 rupees. Okay, I'm still left with 99,000. Now imagine if you would have done it with 2000 quantity, then you would have been, a goner, like big time, right? So if you'd have traded with 2000 quantity, 5 points, you're down 10,000 points. That's like 10%. So that's a lot of money. You would be left with only 90,000 rupees. And then you have to make almost 11% in order to get those 10% back. This is a game of probability and with maths. See, it hit the trend line. It hit the trend line and it's going down. Even here we have this is like a zone. This zone has to break. Okay, can we take a trade? Let's see. So the 1% rule is very important. I see a lot of YouTube videos. They talk a lot of things about a lot of things, but nobody actually talks about how to manage your money, how to manage the risk. Because if you do not manage the risk, you're not going anywhere. In order for me to reach from point A to point B, I can drive my car at 40 kilometers per hour. I can do the same at 120 kilometers per hour. I can do 60. So I'll be able to reach going 40 kilometers per hour as well as 60 as well as 120. But imagine the risk involved if you're riding that fast, if you're riding at 120 kilometers per hour. That's very risky. So that is why position sizing is how much money are you willing to bet out of your total trading account. It's very important. Very, very important. So if you go to all these big banks, if you go to all these investment services, institutions, all of these, they teach you risk management. That's why they're able to make such big money, because they have huge money, they take very little risk on that, and then they get big returns. Okay? So I'll make a video on 1% rule pretty soon. I was thinking about it a couple of days back. So yeah, I think I'll make it in Hindi as well as in English. That will work. See, there's no clear momentum. That's why every time bank tries to go up, Nifty is dragging it down. If I need to, that's much interesting. Let's see. You're saying you're trading with 10,000? Let's see if I have Excel. Yeah, I do. See, this is 10,000, okay? 1% rule, 1% risk, 100 rupees, right? Your SL is off how many points? Oh, 40 to 50. Okay, let's do 50,000. 50,000 is good enough. Okay. 50,000. So your 1% rule says only risk 500 rupees. Now the point is, it may look like very less. Okay, 1% rule may look like, oh, I'm risking so less, or I'll be making so. I'll tell you how you will be thinking, but I'll tell you you'll have to change it sooner or later because that's how it works, man. So 1% rule means you would only be risking 500 rupees in one trade. Okay. So for example, if I am trading Nifty, and if my SL is of 5 points, if I'm trading Nifty, then my lot size is of 50, right? So I can only buy 100 quantity. Okay, no problem. That's great, man. If you're in school, you're starting pretty early. That's pretty good. Or 2 lots. Okay. If you're buying BankNifty, then how much is the lot size of BankNifty now? I think it's 15 or 10. What is that? BankNifty 15, right? So you divide 100 by 15, I'm just doing it to show it to you. 6, you know, so 100 quantity or 6 lots. Okay, if you're buying FinNifty, how much is FinNifty? 75 or 45? 40. So FinNifty, sorry, 100 quantity or 2 lots. Okay, this is how you have to think. All right, and you always have to go for RR of 1:3 or above. That's how it is. So if your trading account is 50,000 rupees, you invest as if now I'm just in schooling, bro. In leave days, I'll trade. Even I don't know about option trading, bro. That's okay. You will learn sooner or later. But before you learn the trading part of it, you have to understand, you have to learn stop losses and you have to learn risk management first. Because everybody around you will be learning how to trade first, but they will not be learning how to, learn the actual part of trading, which is risk management. So you have to learn about how much risk I should be taking in a trade, okay, and what should be my risk reward. So these things, and stop loss. Stop loss is what you have to learn first. Stop loss is like brakes in your car. Okay, so if you do not apply, if you're running a, if you're on a bicycle, if you're on a bike, or if you're in a car, if there's no brakes on that car, I got minus 800 loss in the morning, plus 770. Okay, I would suggest you just listen to me for a while and see if I'm making sense before you trade more. Okay, because you will always be just right there, right there. You will never be going up, and most likely you'll be going down. So if you want to go up like this, you have your curve, your equity curve, your profit curve should be going like this, a steady line like this. It should not be like you go up, then you come down, then you try to go up, then you come down. It should always be like this. And it would only be like this if you keep the risk in mind. So before you learn how to trade, learn what is stop loss, how you would place stop loss. Like if it's a 5-point stop loss, then you respect the 5-point stop loss. If the stop loss is taken out, you simply get out. So let everybody else learn about, how to trade, what is options and everything. But first you start with risk management and you start with stop loss. Okay, because your idea is not to make money just today, right? It has to be tomorrow, maybe 5 years down the line. You want to keep making money, and you want to make more money than you want to lose. So that would only happen if your risk management is in place. If your risk management is not in place, you're never going to be a winner. You'll be just there, just there, just hitting that threshold, never going up. Just you'll just be there. So it's very important that you understand what is a stop loss. And how do you calculate stop loss? You keep it simply at, you keep it around 5 points, 2, 3, 4 points, something like that. Okay. So that you give your you give your trade some room. For example, we took a trade here. For example, if I took a trade here, let me just show you. If I took a trade here, and it was if I took a 5-point, ready to take a 5-point loss here, and ready to do it 1:3, I am giving my 5 points mean rupees 5. Yes, that is right. 5 points is 5 rupees. You can even keep it 2 rupees or 3 rupees, but again, it is bound to get hit more than the others. Okay, you can keep it here as well. If I'm scalping, even I do 2 points or 3 points of SL, but it is bound to hit more. So what it does is 5 points, it will give you room, enough room for your trade to work. let's say if I took this trade here, if I bought it here, somewhere here, if I bought it here, it still gave my trade enough room to work out before it turned out to be a winner. Okay, so going back to this, you keep your stop loss to whatever. For example, if we change our stop loss to 3, okay, if you want to be aggressive, and if you change your stop loss to 3, hang on. Okay, then here it would be, this would change to 500 divided by 3, which means 166 quantity, you know, or 3 lots, something like that. So this is how you work it out. All right. So understanding risk is very important. Now, there's another way you can look at it. For example, if I'm trading, if this is my trade 1, for example, you only take 5 trades in a day. Okay, this is your profit, this is your loss. All right, let's say if in the first trade I made, why 1:3 is important, we have to understand this. Why is this important? For example, in the first trade I took a loss of 5 points, okay, or 5 rupees, which is my SL, stop loss, so I took a loss. Okay, in the next trade I made a profit of 1:3, so I made a profit of 15, there was no loss. In the third trade, again, I took a loss of 5. Okay. In the fourth trade, I took 1:3. Again, I took a loss. Okay. 5 points. In the fourth trade, I again booked a 1:3 trade. And here. So you see how it works. You took a loss of 15 points, but total. This is total. But here you made 30 points, so it came out as a winner. It was a green day, you know, a green day, a profitable day. Why? Because you're taking 1.3, 1:3 rewards or above. For example, if instead of taking 1:3, if I was only taking 1:2, then this would be 10, and this would be 10, and then I would only be making, 20. I would just be there, like just 5. My profit is just 5 rupees for the day. Okay. And for example, if I accidentally took an 8-point loss here, then this becomes 18. Then this becomes just 2. Right? So you need to understand how this works. So understand this first and then learn about trading. Trading, how to trade and things. This is more important than getting into, the chart stuff. Now let's see what is happening here, because we've been talking non-stop for very long. All right, so it hit this level and just remove this. So always go by this, always. You can make this 1% rule, 2% rule, and you can take more risk, but that would be going aggressive. But remember, we have to trade like big banks. We have to trade like the casinos do. So for that, we'll have to keep our risk minimum and our reward, 1:3, 1:4, 1:5. And even there are charges every trade flow. Exactly, there are charges as well. So for example, if you lost 5, then you lost 8 here, because it does happen. You can lose 8 points. Then there is 5 points again. And here, when you're only making 1:2, 1:2, you're only making 2 points at the end of the day, and then your charges would add up, and you did 5 trades, you spent like 6 hours, doing all of these things, and ultimately you're just there. You paid the brokerage charges and no profit. Instead, if you would have gone for 1:3, with proper planning, then it would work out to 30, and then it would work out to 12. And if even if you give like 4 points as brokerage charges, then you're still with 8 points or 8 rupees, whatever it is. 8 rupees multiplied by your lot size. So always think, in these terms. That is why keeping the stop loss and this risk 1% rule, 1% rule or percentage risk per trade, this is very important. I hope you got it. Anyway, let's go back to the chat, to the chart. Let's see what is going on here. Okay. Get rid of this for now. Yeah, I got it, bro. No problem, man. So this is also a seller's zone. See, whenever price comes around here, comes around here, here, it sells off. So let's see if it sells off again. But as I told you, it is a sideways day. I will trade today and tomorrow, bro. Okay, if you trade, make sure that you do not go into wild swings, like you are 2,000 rupees minus, then suddenly you're 1,000 rupees up, then you're 1,500 rupees minus, then you're 700 rupees up. Those are wild swings. You're like swinging. Do not swing. Keep the risk very small. Go for good risk reward trades. For example, this previous day low rejection is a very good trade. It went up till here. It's a very good trade. Previous day high rejections are very good trade. Sure, man, I'll be available at 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. Okay. So look for big zones where you see good price rejection. So that will give you good risk reward. 1:3, 1:5, 1:20. Anything is possible. But make sure when you lose small. But when you gain, you do not go for 1:2. You go for 1:3 or above. Because as you saw in the sheet, how things change. You can make this sheet yourself and see how. Just keep doing this, keep doing this. Just do it. In fact, if you trade, whenever you trade, make sure you make sheets like this so that you know what happens. All right. So far it is a sideways day. Let's see what's happening here. Remove this. You can trade with 10,000 rupees and still come out a winner if you know how to keep your risk under check. And you can blow 10 lakh rupees as well. It's very easy. You can blow your account, bring the 10 lakh rupees to zero if you do not understand risk to reward. I mean, risk management mainly, which is called money management. So learn that first. This is like a part of it, but not the biggest part. Okay, so not much is happening. see, for example, this trade. This trade was an EMA based trade, you know, or you can or you can call it a support based trade. So what happened here? We did not take this trade. That's okay, but we can at least understand the logic behind it. So this trade here, this is a support. Sorry, this is a resistance. Okay, this is like a roof or a ceiling. So whenever price comes to this level, hits this, goes back down, goes up, comes down, goes back up, comes down, and then finally it breaks this level. This level is taken out, you know, it breaks this, and then it's coming back to this level again, and then it is testing this level. So what is a retest, or what is a test? When a level, you know, when the price breaks through a level, you know, like this, when a price, see what was happening, it hit here, went down, hit here, came down, hit here, came down, and then suddenly broke it, right? And then it hit here, came to the same level, and now kept at it, tried to break it, could not break it, and then took off. This is called testing a level. Okay, so what happened was this level was taken out here, and then finally the resistance, the ceiling, started to work like a floor. So it started to work like a floor. Now the price stabilized here, and then it started going up from here. This is called a retest. Okay, we'll get a lot of examples on this, but this was right here, so I wanted to explain. Okay, we can get rid of this trend line. Maybe just leave it for now. Okay, 19,400 is going out of the money, so who's honking, man? 19,450 CE. Oh, shoot. 19,450 CE. Come on. Oops, this is already really low. No, let's just stick to 19,400 CE. That is really low. So let's check Larson and Tobro while we're not doing anything. Let's see what happened there. Okay, same thing. See, rejection came down to the EMA, took support from EMA. Now it's coming heading back down because this seems like to be a seller zone. That's where it is. Where's the BSC Bank, private bank? Very choppy. Very choppy today. Bank Nifty November 15, 43,700. This is a resistance, bro. This area. You have to be careful here. Are you planning to buy it now? Because don't buy it now. You should have bought it at 350 if you really wanted to buy it. See, the points where you should have bought it is this, which we missed. That's okay. Then it hit this level, it hit this area, took off, and then when the price came back to this level, this was a buy. So which means 350 was a buy. If you bought it at 350, well and good. But right now it's a bit too late. Where will you put the stop loss? You won't know where to put the stop loss. 350, you would have put a stop loss somewhere here. For example, this could have been, if you bought at 350, you know, you could have put a stop loss here, somewhere here, something like that, here. Then it would have worked. But right now, there's no way to put a stop loss. Very choppy. Give me just a minute, I need to charge my phone. If it has to break this level, this 43,860 or something, it most likely will come down, test this level 43,800 and then go back up. So we should not see any higher side than this. Can you hear me? So also because there's another reason, Nifty is not really supporting Bank Nifty today. See, it should come down to this level somewhere around here. And then start to go up again. Let's see. If it holds to this level, then we can buy. Otherwise, no. Totally sideways. Price should wait around this area. Only if it waits around this area for a while and then starts to go back up is when we will buy. Will not buy on an impulse. See, it has gone up from here till here, but the price hasn't even touched 400, which shows weakness. There's a lot of weakness here as well. totally sideways. No movement whatsoever. Anybody who enters here or here is gonna get butchered. See. Okay, so if this level is not taken out, if it doesn't break any further, then we can enter into a trade here. Okay, so I've marked two zones here. I've marked two zones. Why? I'll tell you. This is one sell-off zone. This is one sell-off zone. Okay, both of these zones, if they hold out, because this was resistance which got turned into support, so if it holds off this level, then we can buy it here for a further upside move. If it doesn't hold off, then we'll not take the trade. Okay, so this level is very important, 370. By the time it comes down to that, probably it will also come down to 43,800 or the EMA. Let's see. Okay, it's 12. No movement from Nifty whatsoever. If you do not understand anything just once, you can go back to the recording, play it again, and if you have any questions, you can reach me back tomorrow. Okay, I'll be happy to help you out, man. Just replay, see if there's any questions that you have, because there may be. You never know. Then we can discuss them. Okay. And remember, risk is more important than trading. All right, so this level is holding off. See, now one can enter here with a stop loss of 10 points. On Bank Nifty, it's usually 10 points because 10 points is like nothing for Bank Nifty. So if I have to enter here, and only if this guy supports this, we can enter here at 385 with a stop loss of 10 points and a risk reward of 3. Okay, let's see. This is a mock trade. Okay, I'm not really taking this trade. This is a mock trade. So our risk reward is roughly the same point at the same place where the previous highest high is. Let's see. Oh, was it hit? Oh, our stop loss got hit. Was it hit or not? No idea. Anyway, it looks like it was hit, but I'll just keep the trade running just for us to see. Okay, I'm not taking this trade. I'm not in this trade. It's just for demo. You know. So I think we were almost taken out, but not really. Maybe we were, not sure. Anyway, just take it off. Wait a minute. Did that go through? Okay guys, I'm shutting down the live stream. I'll be making some videos after 3:30. I have some things to do. So I'll reach you guys with a new video. Also, I'll be available at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow. So we can do some trades tomorrow on. Okay. So I'm shutting the thing down, and it was lovely talking to you guys. Trade well, trade safe, keep your equity safe, and have fun. Okay. Have a good one, guys.